Hello everybody. Am I live? Do. Yes, I am. Everything is working. Ah, there's people here. Hey Claire. Hey Sylvia, Kim. Hey Simone, Caroline. Oh gosh, I've got to get that name again. What's that one? Pink. Talise. Just looked at my list. Hey Talise. Was it you and Kim mixed up? DIY weddings. Hi Lynn. Hey Alison, Lou, Min, morning. You're live, yep, thank you. Morning from Arkansas. Hey Cheryl, hey Tammy, Kathy, Linda, lots of you here. Morning everyone, morning and afternoon, some of you are saying morning. Hope you're all good. Well, yeah, thumbs up, you just reminded me, Lou. Let me just come out. Thumbs up, yeah. There's only 12 thumbs up, so when you come in, if you can give me a thumbs up, guys, before you start chatting, that would be fab. Hey Sam, hey Sarah, Sandy, Debs. Oh, what? Oh, now he wants to get down. I thought you were going to be happy in the window, but clearly not. Were you going to go and lie down then? You know what I'm doing now? Chatting to people on my phone. Go on, off you go. I'll see you later. He's bored. Yep, thumbs up everybody. Hi everyone, hello, hello, hello. So we're going to be making a fun fold card today. So I've kind of evolved something that I've done similar before. This is a little bit different. Second cup of coffee. This is my third. I've got a new mug that my friend brought me for my birthday. And it's very cute. It holds my coffee perfectly. I did think it was going to overflow when I first put it in the coffee machine, but it just says Bestie on the side of it. And I love it. It's really cute. I've got some biscuits as well. Oh my goodness. Still got Christmas biscuits. I just opened another box of them because I did get quite a few boxes of biscuits. These chocolate covered custard creams from Marks and Spencer's are amazing. They are elite. So if you want a nice chocolate biscuit, I highly recommend them. I was sent them from one of you lovely lot. I think it was, I want to say Jeanette. She did comment on my Facebook post saying she might not be here for the start because she's having her mammogram. I'm sure it was Jeanette that sent me them. If it wasn't, apologies, and you have sent me them, let me know in the chat. But I've since had them again given to me for my birthday as well, and they're lovely. So yeah, highly recommend. So yeah, I've got a nice little selection here, so I'm going to have a nice biscuit later on. They're really nice, and they're really thick. Look. So there's a whole custard cream in there, and I'll have that one. Anyone thinking, oh, she's just touched that and put it back? It's my biscuit tin, so don't worry. No worries, Deb. You go grab your coffee. I was bragging about all your makes and what great an instructor you are, Sam. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. You're too kind. Hey, Brackner. Yeah, they look delicious. They are nice. Hey, Penny. So this is the card we're going to make today. How cool's that? So if you remember, I made a card that looked like a bow and I had all florals on it, and I think I used Paper Craft Society, and it had this kind of effect, but I don't think it had the middle the way it was, and I cut it like a bow. I'll try and link it when I share this on YouTube. But basically that's how it looks. So you can see how you can create really good scenes. So you've got like a diorama tunnel kind of effect on the front. Your apertures can be any shape you like. So I've done rectangle. I cut it with my trimmer. So you don't need dies either, but if you've got dies and you want to change the aperture, I think ovals would look really nice because it's 5x7 size. I think if you do it as a 6x6, then circle would look really good. Square, and you might have a star shape, do a nice Christmas one, but you can see it all folds down flat, and because of the little springs like on the side there, it just pops up. What you could also do is double this up, so you could do all of this on the back as well, which would look really cool. So it's really easy to make, and definitely something I think I'm going to do a few more of. Just popping in as Thursday I do the school pickup. Hey Jackie. Yeah, it's weird because it is Thursday, but it feels like a Wednesday now. I had to get my samples for Made to Make 3 in the post. So they've gone off now. They've all been done. I'm really pleased with them. I would love to show you them all now because I've got a few kind of slightly newer card styles that I've put together as well. And they've got a few more already landed in the office from other contributors, and the editor said that they're really good, the samples. So yeah, I can't wait for the booklet to be made so I can see them all, you know, after they've been photographed and stuff. So that'd be really fun. So yeah, that is it. Edition 3 is now underway to be printed, and I've just signed off 4. 4 is really, really cool as well. That's all, the artwork's been signed off, and that's going to be on its way to the factory. Hello everybody. Good morning, Sam, from a cold and icy North Carolina. Heavy snow coming tomorrow. It's Sunday. Perfect weather for crafting using your creative ideas. Hey Violet, thank you. It's very kind of you to say. This one will be fun. So let's get started. So I'm going to be decorating it with this. Now I did a bit of colouring this afternoon because I want to do this for YouTube. So I'm going to keep these images for my YouTube version. But if I feel that this video is today's getting a bit long, I can just cut a few of these out. But I do want to stamp and do them all again for this one. So the next one comes out in March. So I'm going to probably do 2 VIP lives next month in February, because in March you're going to get your next issue, and I want to start the lives properly. So that issue will be the public live, and then April will be the VIP, and May will be the VIP, and then June will be the 4th edition, and then we start it again because I've missed that month of December. So I think I'll do 2 VIP ones next month for February. But don't worry, for those of you that aren't a yearly subscriber, you'll still see it being used in other things as well. No, so the VIPs will all be on here, but you'll be sent a private link to your email. So all the subscribers that are year subscribers, you'll be sent a private link once I've generated it. Currently cuddling Daisy the cat on the sofa, watching my favourite YouTuber. That sounds lovely. I wonder, would the sunglasses fit the Made to Make gnomes? The sunglasses? Which sunglasses? I'm not sure which one do you mean. Hey Anne. Hey Ginny. So I'm going to do, oh, it's a little, don't use that, that's one of the small little water droplets. They're like gold dust that's appeared from somewhere. So I think, because of the theme I'm doing, I think I'm going to cut mine in green card, and then I might do a thin little white frame on each one, just to frame those so they just stand out a bit more. Let's choose a paper as well, actually. So number 2, so it's every 3 months. So you've had December, January, February, so then you'll get one in March, and then you've got April, May, then you get one in June, every 3 months. And I'll do a little bit, might use the big die cut one, that could be good on the very front. And then what I'm going to do is add a little spring on this back piece, and then have a gnome on that bit, I think. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. But I think I might emboss this and have it on the side. Might use a red mirrored card, that would look good. Maybe do a white and red matte layer. So we'll use the embossing folder. Yeah, just to, I think the green card would be nice because that gives me like an instant background, and then I can add one of these. I wonder if one of the seams, actually, let's have a little look. And then what I'm doing with the videos, so once we've had the, I'm going to do it, I don't know whether to do it once the new issue comes out, the VIP videos will then be made public, because you would have used it and you'll then be moving on. Plus your links in your email, over time, some people will just lose them. They might not use their email one day. You won't be able to access that content anymore. And I'd rather a year later, you might decide to get this out and you think, oh, I love that card Sam made. At least then you'll be able to access them easily. So eventually the videos will become public, but it'll be long enough after, you know, you've kind of had your fun with it and you're moving on to the next kit. Sat in the GP reception with hubby, so no sound, waiting for urgent GP. Oh, everything's okay. So you're keeping me calm. Oh, she probably can't hear that. So just tell her Sam, we're all thinking of her. Hope it's all okay. So let's see, we could either do one of these, because you could probably get away with a little bit of that on the back there, and then do the rest in green card. That one would look good, although the picket fence one would look quite sweet as well. Maybe that one actually, or the blue sky. They're all really cute. You won't really see, unless I cut that part, then the yellow, although I'm not using this one, this is my sample, I'm going to be doing it in green card. What do we think? Or do I do white card with green frames? Have a look at the green, see what we've got. Oh, that's a good one. It's a little bit lighter weight than I would like. That's more like a 180. This one's a bit, this is my green card from my paper pad. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Green with white frames. Oh, sorry, that was a bit loud. Let's just pop that over there. Oh, I haven't shared the video out. Let me just do it on my laptop and I can shut that down. It'll give me a little bit more room. Just share this out. Green or pink to match the cottage. Well, what I could do is I'll do a different colour for the YouTube one, so whatever one I don't do, then I'll pick another scene and use that for the YouTube version. Share, copy link. Let me just drop this into, because even though I put a thing up, some people don't. They go off and do stuff and then forget. Mix of crafters. Green with the white, yeah. I thought that from the start, so let's go with that. Oh no, don't want to do that. Right, that should now share out to my page in the group. You've been colour swatching. Hey Karen. Hey Claire. It's just taking a minute to send out. It's probably gone on. It's done this a few times. It just gets stuck. Let me just check that it's shared. No, it hasn't. Why is that stuck? I'll just drop it down there. I just like to turn it off. So I haven't got it up. Right, let's move that over there. So let's go with, we'll do this one first because I always like to do these daisies, but they're all tie-in as well. So we'll cut that one out. And then we'll use some, no, because I'm going to emboss, I think. So I might not use any other papers. I think that's probably everything I'm going to use. So how is everybody? What are you all up to? That's not sharing, which is annoying. Oh, that's another spare one. That's the one that I don't need. Put that one there, right. Morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. Just getting sorted. I haven't given any score lines or anything yet. I'm just going to have to cancel that. For some reason, that's not even done it. Right, let's just try again. Live now. Try again. Publish original post. Because I'm not going to explain it. If you've got a business page, it gives you too many options sometimes when you just want to do the simplest thing. Right, that's now shared. Feel better once I've done that. Resting and recovering. Have new doors in my hallway. Nice. I'm busy making a card using your swim and sea for the first time I was watching. Oh, some of the samples that samples cards that people have been sharing and using it are lovely. Already that background and colour looks so nice. Hey Kim. waiting on warmer temperatures, festate above freezing. All right. I'm making 3 sympathy cards. Just cleaned the craft room after doing a diamond art painting. I bet there was bits everywhere now. Spent the last 3 days stamping and colouring all the stamps from this set for when I make cards. Brilliant. So you're all ready. Right, okay, so if you want to craft along, you want to cut yourself a piece, well, it'll be 2 pieces of 5 by 7. I've got to remember what I did here. I usually have a trimmer. I usually scribble them down on there, but I didn't. So we'll cut it together. 5 by 7. You can change this easily to make other sizes, which is why I think I might do a little mini series. So I think it's a good one. But for some of you that are pretty advanced and confident with changing and how to do it all, you can probably see when I put this together how easy it is to change the size. So whatever card size you want to do, you want 2 pieces of that size, so 2 pieces of 8 by 8, 2 pieces of 6 by 6, but we're going to do the 5 by 7 today. And then for the side pieces, you're going to want 2 pieces of 5 by 3. 5 by 3. These are going to be for our side sections. And then to create all of these, now you can just have this one, you could just have the front one, you could just have the middle one, you don't have to have all 3, but I've done them just so they all kind of slightly decrease in size. You can see there. You could even get more in as well if you want to create, you know, yeah, a deeper tunnel look, then you could certainly add more to it. So for the I'll start with the smallest one first. This is a piece of 5 by 4. I'll do all the scoring in a minute. That's 5 by 4. Then you want a piece of 6.5 by 4.5. Oh no, have I not got any more cards? I have to change my greens. Oh no, there it is. Phew. So 6.5 by 4.5. And then it is 8 by 5. So you should be able to get all of that from 2 pieces of A4, probably 2 pieces of letter size as well. Keep some of these bits because you might want to use them for like the spring inside, and you might, well actually I probably will do a bit of a grass trim. So some of these longer bits, we could have a nice little grass kind of trim or some rolling hills or something. So we will add that as well. Hi everybody that's joining. Keep all of those. Just have a sip of my coffee. It's been a very difficult 2 weeks. My grandfather passed away on the 19th and we lived with him, so it feels so empty. Oh, Proctor, I'm so sorry. It's so hard, and that the fact that you live with him as well is going to be, yeah, really difficult. But I imagine he still feels like he's all around you, which you can hopefully take some comfort in as well. But it's hard. There's no other way to. You can't. You know, you've just got to roll with it. You've got to let your emotions, and you know, just don't rush it and take your time. You know. But yeah, that's really sad. Thinking of you. Sadly, my mother-in-law is in a coma. I'm waiting for her to put on dialysis, breast cancer, and lymphoma. She's 83, very strong. This live is taken. She sounds like mine and Jenny. she was a little bit older, 89, but when, you know, going through, she didn't have dialysis, but she had lots of other things going on with her, bless her, and she was incredibly strong. So, but yeah, that's hard. Just waiting. Did I do that 8x5? Yes. Right, so we've got all our pieces. So it sounds like there's a few of you that need a distractions. Hopefully we can do that. So we'll keep the chat going, and make a pretty card. So we'll start with, so they're the frames, they're your apertures, they're the side pieces. So we'll start with the 2 pieces of 5x7, okay? And you want to score at 3 and 4 along the 7-inch side, okay? And I do that on both pieces. So these are the 5x7 pieces. Along the long side, you're going to score at 3 and 4. And you just want to fold and burnish those score lines. There will probably be some people writing measurements down, so I'm happy to go over them, but if anybody does need them and I miss it, I'm sure someone in the chat will be able to help. But I will be doing a YouTube version of this and filming it tomorrow for it to go out next week. And burnish them both ways. So this is a lighter weight, this is 230, this is my card stock from my card pack. Now we're going to stick these back to back like that, so we've got wings. So we'll do that next. So tomorrow I'm doing the Peanuts launch at 10 AM, so I'll be on a little bit later than the usual 9, and I've got the new Peanuts Valentine's collection that I'm launching, so I've already made a few samples. I think I've done 4 or 5 card samples. So yeah, so I'll be sharing that on Friday morning, tomorrow morning, and I'll be doing a fun card fold as well. I've done a couple of nice cards actually that I think some of you are going to really like. And if you like peanuts, it's got a Valentine's, obviously, you know, look to it, and it's got pinks and stuff in the paper pad, but there are quite a few elements that you can use all year round. So those of you that collect the peanut stuff, you know, you're going to be able to get some more use out of it as well, not just Valentine's. Okay, so you should have something like this. Then we will do the side pieces. Because some of you might want to stop at this point because it looks like a nice card. You can do mats and layers, have a nice sentiment stamp there, and you could do a little pop-up out of this middle bit, which I'm going to be doing with all the frames on, but you could, you know, definitely do this without the frames. So you can really make it very simple without all the complications with the frames if you want. So these are the 2 pieces that are 3x5. Along the 3-inch side, you want to score at 1/2 inch, 1.5 and 2.5. So 1/2 inch, 1.5 and 2.5. And then 1/2, 1.5 and 2.5. Tammy, yes you did. I've got it here. I was meant to say, sorry, I was meant to message to say thank you. I've got it here, right here. Yeah. And I was going to say, I wonder if she meant for that too, because my one's got a bit of a funny end. But also, this really made me jump. That really made me jump when it flew out of the packet. I literally went, oh, and Monty was like, what the hell is that? Brilliant. Thank you. You did make me jump. And again, you sent me a lovely card. This was the one, yeah, from Tammy. This was Tammy's card, so she's done the waterfall with the butterflies there, which is gorgeous. So thank you. I'll swap it over now, actually. So yeah, I got it after you'd said in the message. And I've had it all together to remind me, but now you're there, I can swap these over. So I'm probably just going to cut that bit off because it's just a little bit. I'll still keep it in my pot, just in case. Does anybody else's do this? Because I thought it was just, maybe I'm heavy-handed. I don't know. Okay, so then you can fold and burnish. Or it feels weird using a new one. Okay. Yeah, I've got a video. I'll need to do a couple more to add to it of all the cards that I've got. I've got my Christmas one to go out as well. I've just got to edit them because they end up being so long. So you're going to fold these so that you have a mountain and then a valley and then a mountain fold. So you've got an M shape, but this bit will dip down. Okay, and you're going to stick them in this direction or orientation, so the sides stick on each side like so, and that will be our little spring. Okay, had to send you the butterfly as I made you a butterfly card. It's very good. That one and that one, yeah, I was just like, oh. So you're going to add your glue down one of the 1/2 inch tabs and then just line that up with the edge. Make sure it's flush with the bottom. Like so, and just fold this over and then add your glue. All down that side. And then if you just fold it all together, just close it up, and that should all fall into place then with the back. So these are 3 by 5, and along the 3-inch side you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1.5 and 2.5. I'm finding my card cracks when I use one scoreboard. Could it be the tool which is the problem? I don't know. I've only got that one scoreboard, so I've not got nothing to compare. What was the I've done that one. Hope you received both of mine. Oh, I've received so much, Tracy. What was yours? Thank you. I'm ordering the peanuts. You're on it. I mean, I'm trying to think about cracking. You'd only really get it, I don't know, because I would have thought if you pressure with your score tools too much it would just cut through, which maybe no, I would think if there's not enough pressure you get the cracking, because the scoreboard squashes the fibres, the actual score line, it squashes the fibres so that then you can fold them out. So again, just fold those all together. Oh, close that up like so. Okay, so you should have something like that. Okay, so like I said, you could just stop there if you wanted to, or you could do a big acetate dome. You could do a big piece of cardstock and just have it as a cool look. You know, there's other ways to build on this. You don't have to do it how we've done it or how I've done it. So now with these pieces, we're going to create for anybody just joining, this is the card we're making. You can double all this up on the back as well if you wanted to. Don't know what to call it. What should we call this one? A tunnel fan card, because you kind of got the fanned sides. I don't know. I know you got the fireplace card. Your birthday card was colourful butterflies. Yes, it's a big card. This one is huge. Is this the one? It was massive. I'm sure this is it. No, this is from Sarah. This one was massive. I love what she did with it. Oh, let me put you on charge because I just noticed my phone's running out of battery. Let's just do that now. It was a good job I got up. That should sort itself up. So I've got that one. Bow tie theatre card. Diorama tunnel. Yeah, Tracy, I shared all my cards that I had on the live. I don't know if you've seen that video. What was it? This one? Hang on a minute. Tracy. Yeah, this one. Very clever. Is that the one? So I'll be sharing all these on my YouTube video. But I've received lots of cards. Okay. To me, it reminds me of the tunnel bendy cards. Yeah, it's a take on that. So, but I think I've got bendy tunnel card, possibly. I have to have a little look. How to cut that heart pop up. Oh my gosh, I think I saw this morning. How to cut that heart pop up. I don't know what you mean. Springy tunnel card. Right. So these pieces. So this is your piece of 8x5, and along the 8-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, and at 7.5. Okay. 1/2 inch and 7.5. Then with the 7.5 by 4.5 piece, you're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 6. Basically, you need to score at 1/2 inch at each end on those 3 pieces, because they're the tabs to attach it to the card. And then this last one is the 5 by 4 piece, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch and 4.5. Any questions so far if you're crafting along? Excuse me, arch tunnel card. So this is 8 by 5 piece, and you're going to score at 1/2 and 7.5. This is 6.5 by 4.5. I'm not sure what your measurement, what one you're referring to there, Brian. This is 6.5 by 4.5. You're going to score at 1/2 and 6. Multi-frame tunnel card. And then 5 by 4, you're going to score at 1/2 and 4.5. That is all of the scoring. Until we do a little springy pop-up bit, but that'll be later on. Now with these, we want to cut our apertures. So some of you have dies, some of you won't. If you've got a trimmer, then use that, because that's what I'm going to use. But if you don't have a trimmer, then draw around something. You know, circle shapes. You can use your ruler and mark in your frame and then cut it with some scissors. So there is a way for everybody to make this card with whatever supplies you have. Just your frames will be a bit different, that's all. And like I said, some of you might not be adding the frames, you might just be staying with this piece. Yeah. Hey everyone, hey Everall. I thought you said 7.5 at first. And scoring, oops. No, I don't think we've got a 7.5 piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up all of these pieces. I'm going to line up with my 1/2 inch here. I want to come, my frame is 1/2 inch. Yours doesn't have to be, but this frame, this is 1/2 inch on all the sides. I just think it looks quite nice, and I'll do a little thin frame when we go to decorate it. So I'm just sitting mine 1/2 inch in, and then using my guide on the side here, because this is already 1/2 inch, I want to start cutting at 1 inch. And I'm going to cut all the way down to 7 inches. So now I've got that first 1/2 inch there. I'm just going to flip it around this side and then go up again, line this up with the 1 inch, and then all the way down, just looking at the side to the 7. If you've got, most of your trimmers will have a little notch on the little blade here, and you can just line that up with your ruler along the side. And then I'm going to pop this score line. Again, it's going to now line up with the 1/2 inch, so I can see the ends of what I've just done are right in the track. And then again, I can just drop this down at the 1 inch and score down to 4.5 it would be. You can see it's just about, my frame can cover up any little bits if you're not happy with them. Any decoration, put a little butterfly covering this, the grass trim. Like, I wouldn't worry too much. There we go. And then again with this one. What's everyone been watching lately? I've been watching Clarice, which is really good. And it's carrying on from Silence of the Lambs with Agent Clarice. So I've been watching that. I don't think what other things I've watched. So that is the frame. It's quite flimsy, obviously, at the minute, but once it's stuck on and stuff, it's fine. Let's see. Okay. You don't need to put a curve in this because it's really flimsy, but if you're going to back this with acetate and stuff like that, I would just put a little curve into the cardstock, but it will naturally kind of bend out anyway. But that's our first, you know, or most outer ring, but some of you might just want to have that one, which would look really nice. Depends what look you're going for and what you want to decorate it with. Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it? I've enjoyed it. I watched His and Hers after quite a few of you recommended that one. I thought that was really good. I'm trying to think what movies I've watched lately. It's been a few. And then with this one, oh, that's it. I've been watching that Idris Elba Flight Plan. Is it? No. Hijack. Is it Hijack? Yeah, watch that. So you're just going to do the same thing again. So I'm going up to the 1/2 inch, and it's the same. Again, you're just obviously not scoring down as much. So I'm starting at the 1. And this time I'm going to score down to 5.5. Again, score at 1, 5.5. And then I'm going to put the score line on that 1/2 inch section. And this time scoring down to 4. Hopefully seeing what I'm doing is making more sense than maybe what I'm verbally saying. I've gone past it in a few little corners, but you're not going to see, especially these ones, because they're going to be underneath each other. So I wouldn't worry. Again, just fold. My mum and dad like The Night Manager, Lynn. I've never given it a chance. Yeah, His and Hers was very good. Which is sharp, I've not heard of that. Yay, Shuttercard's arriving. Tess said hers is arriving today as well, so she'll be happy. Subscribe to Apple TV. Oh, there's so many really good series. Slow Horses, my parents love it. They keep telling me to watch it. I've seen a couple of them and they are good. It's just so much on. I think sometimes it's good to leave one like streaming platform and go to another one. So sometimes I'll have Netflix and I might get rid of it and go to like Disney Plus or Apple or something, because I think when you've not been on it for a long time you kind of appreciate it, but I think after a while they get a bit boring. It's going to bother me now, I can't think what it is. So again, same with this one, starting at the 1 inch on the side, and this time I'm going to score down to 4. But if you've got dies, just use your nesting dies and it'll be so quick. Just reduce the size of them on each one. So this then I'm going to start at a 1/2, down to 3.5. Oh, I think I said in the last live I watched Wonka and I thought it was brilliant. Such a happy, fun movie. Really enjoyed that. I miss my mate to make. It's in the, I've mislaid my mate to make. It's in the house, but where, Shirley? Sharp is a TV series that was on in the 90s. It stars Sean Bean as a soldier in Wellington's arms. Oh, okay, in Wellington's army. So that's all of those bits. Again, keep all of this. You might want to use it for other mix. Now we can start putting it together. If you want to stick, you know, any kind of scenes down first, then you can do, but I don't think I want this to really, because it's going to be broken up by the frames, so I don't know whether to have it continue or to slide. I think I'd rather slide individual pieces in and maybe cover the tabs, so I'm going to put this later, but if you want to cover yours, then you might want to do 3 separate bits, because on the folds it might get a bit creased, but just cut yourself 3 separate bits if you've got a scene, if you want to do it that way, but I'm going to cut mine separate. So now we can stick it in. So start with the smallest one. Just run your glue down the 1/2 inch tabs. We'll have a little biscuit break after we put this together, because then we'll do some colouring. Now this one you want to line up in the middle. Now I'm going to eyeball mine, but if you would rather measure it, then let me stick this down and I'll give you where you need to be kind of lining it up. Looks about right to me. So you want to make sure that it's 1/2 inch up from the top and bottom, and you want to be 1.5 in from each side. That's your folded sides. Okay, Sam, what was your cutting measurements? 1/2 inch all the way around. How Sharp Bank Manager was the box set, and we recently rewatched it. Then you're going to take your next one. Again, add your glue. But what I will also give you is the size of each of my apertures, because if you are using dies, you want to get it similar. So this is 3 by 3. This one is 3.5 by 4.5, and this one is 6 by 4. Okay. So again, you're going to fold in your sides. This next one is 1 inch, oh no, 3/4 inch from each side there, and 1/4 inch from the top and the bottom. And then this one you're just going to stick right down over the whole size of the card, 5 by 7. Okay. We owed my sis the box set that we had and saw my dad a few days ago, and my hubby was like, we haven't seen it in ages, so we bought it from H&B yesterday for £21 on Amazon. They wanted 500. What? That's mad. That's crazy. Oh no, Gail, we chat about all sorts. No, you carry on, guys. I like when you're chatting amongst each other. I just try and fill any gaps. don't mind yourselves. You carry on. So again, just fold that in. Some people turn their comments off. They just sit and watch. So you guys carry on. There we go. Now we're going to have a biscuit. So we'll just bring it up a bit closer there so you can see. It's cool, really fun. Right, let's have one of these chocolate covered custard creams. If anybody missed the start, these are amazing. They're from Marks and Spencer's. They are absolutely, oh my goodness, they're just so good. I'll just grab a bit of paper towel. Right. There's your custard cream in the middle. He's good, thank you. He's asleep. Although he'll probably wake up in a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, hey Jeanette. I hope you're good. That's a funny looking cheese straw. Well, actually it says cheese straws. It does say biscuits on the side. Well, it says water biscuits, but and crackers. So when it's in my cupboard, it does say biscuits. Get yourself to M&S. What else did I see in M&S? Someone else shared something that I saw. I thought, oh, I need to try that. Can hold a multitude of human treats. What's the name again? What are these? These are chocolate covered custard creams. You're welcome. I missed the swivel and see. I was out of town at a funeral at launch. Oh, I'm sorry. It just, yeah, it flew out. I've seen a few comments from people saying, she never orders enough. Well, we do. And this is the first mechanism that's sold out within the weekend in months, like probably even a year. So I am sorry for those that missed out, but please be assured we do order enough in. It's just sometimes something might be a massive hit quicker and we get people outside of the MTS kind of following that want it as well. So I am gonna, when I go up next weekend, or next week, the week after next, sorry, these are all things on my list to just look back at some of our real popular, fast selling out mechanisms and see if we can bring those back. But since we changed over to Craftworld, it's not something we tend to do so much now because I launch every month. So there's newness every month. So yeah, I can only apologise if you missed out, but please know we do order plenty. And sometimes we've ordered too much and then we're sitting on it. So yeah, you can never quite get it right, but generally now we do get it right. So, but there's always going to be someone disappointed, I'm afraid. So we will try and see if we can get them back. Your tin can hold a multiple. Oh, the tin. Okay. Any dates for the first big one? Again, that's the kind of stuff I'm not going to find out until I go up, Jill. I do wish some of the previous dies would be released again. Thing is, it gets to the point where we can't keep bringing them back. The words I do want to keep in stock, but mechanisms, we can't always keep everything in stock. It's just not viable as a business. I've said this loads of times before. We only have a certain size warehouse and you have to get rid of stuff. You can't keep stuff all the time. But we have a really good Facebook group, which it's nothing to do with me, but one of our lovely muckers, Natalie, she started it a couple of years ago, and it's where people will sell on their made to surprise. So, you know, you might be lucky, you know, go in the group and ask, there might be someone that's selling it. Sometimes people, you know, have a clear out and then they will sell it to then, you know, get some money to then buy some new stuff. So it's worth going in there, just joining it, and you never know, you might see stuff pop up. But yeah, any good business will not sit on stock and will not keep bringing stuff back. You just don't do it. It's like fashion, you know, it has to go. So, but some of the big words and a couple of them, I think we can certainly do a small reorder just to fulfill some of those that have been missed. But the last thing you want to do is have too much ordered and then no one wants it. All I know is that if we finally get over there, I will be asking for a list of charity shops to go charity. Yeah, you want to get down to my local one where I donate all my MTS. We need engagement in the big words, please. There's more coming. You'll always be stocked if you brought them all back all the time. What's that, girl? You'll be always stocked if you brought them all back all the time. I've bought some MTS on eBay from people who don't want them anymore. Yeah, I bought one of the first swivel sets. There you go. Yeah, eBay, Vinted as well. The bubbles and bossing folder, please. We all looking for. Oh, is there a few of you, Avril? Sam, I'm making inside out cards. I'm using stickers. Should I stick them on white, or is it better with the colour of the card? Oh, I don't know. It depends what look you're going for, I guess. I tend to stick mine on white, but I think another colour would look good as well. Oh, is it Muckers Anonymous? MTS Anonymous, I think, isn't it? Can someone double check? I don't mind you sharing the link to the group if anyone can grab it from Facebook and just pop it in the chat. For Tanya and anyone else that might see it. I love the bubbles. I was too late. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this one because it's only that size, so I need to make sure I get this right. MTS Addicts Anonymous, that's it. There's quite a few of you in there now, though. Now I'm going to start from the middle because I want to get, what size are we looking at in here? I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. In fact, you want to do this bit first. So this will be 3/4. So what size is this? I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to mark it out here. just so I don't make any mistakes. You say loads though, Kate, and this is just me realistically, because we've done this before and I've been around in it now to know how these things kind of work. Loads of us may well be 20, 30 people. A factory, for us to get it at the same cost to sell it to you, will probably not do a resale of 30 units. They will be wanting a reorder of 200 to 300. So that's where I need to have the confidence that are there actually 200 to 300 people that want the bubbles embossing folder, because that way we can get the cost price at what we had it for before, or as good as. So that's what it boils down to. You might see that it feels like loads of people want it, but realistically there might only be 20, 30 people that want it. So that's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. So with the old system that we had with Craft Stash, which I liked, you could register your interest in the restock of it. So we could actually see the numbers, but we don't have that with this Shopify. And I don't think there's a way that we can have it on there. So that's for all business. And we've made the mistake before. We've ordered the hundreds in and we had about 10 people buy it, and then we're sat on it all. So yeah, it's a hard one. Yeah, it's all about the cost price, isn't it? You want to get that good. I now have the munchies. Thanks. I'm sorry, Kathy. Sam, can you add the link to contact? That's what I was just saying about, we haven't got a system in place for that. Get an idea of true numbers of certain ones of online questionnaire. Yeah, I guess there's ways that we could maybe do something like that. Right, so this is just under 6. I need the exact, so because I want to get the middle. It's 5 and 7 eighths, so that's going to be, so it would be 3, but it's going to be just under, that's the middle, and I want that to be 3/4, so 3/8 of an inch either side. So find your middle point, maybe just fold it in half, and then from the middle point you want to do I do half or 3? This ruler's totally lost its 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, so that now is my 3/4 of an inch to go down in that middle section, and then I can work back from that. Right down that one and that one. Flip that over. So now that one is right in the centre of that pattern. This is only because I've got a seam. For anybody just using normal paper, you can just cut it. Now it's not going to meet the top and the bottom because of the size, but I don't need to worry about that. I only want it to fill there. And now I can come back this way, so I can cut 2 pieces now that are 1 1/4. So on this one, I want to do 1 1/4 on this side. So now that one will go next to it. And then on this side, 1 1/4. Does this make sense what I'm doing? I just needed to find the middle and then work from the middle out, just so I can get the same pieces. And then in here, might just stretch out, I don't know. This is, so they're going to be 1/2 inch, and then 1/2 inch. Yes, I think I'll be able to use all of that. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Sometimes when I listen to myself, I think it sounds terrible. So 1/2 and 1/2. Just the best way to maximise all the usage of that paper. So I've got that little bit left over, and that one can go in there. Actually looks quite sweet. I'm going to bring mine up higher so you get to see all the daisies. And on this side you'll see the lovely sunflowers, so I'll make sure I don't cover those. So 1/2 Again, that's a little bit of waste. So that's good. And it just shows you can use the smaller, even though they're smaller scenes, you can still use them in larger cards. There we go. It's just going to look something like that. That looks really nice. With that little bit left over fit on the outside border. Well, I'm doing heat. I'm going to emboss with the well, I was going to say red, and probably not now. I might do the blue, but I'm going to use the embossing folder on the sides. Hey, Rachel. Sounds safe with me. I don't like custard creams, but thanks. Shopping away, laying down now, sweltering hot. Hi, love daisies. These papers are really cute. Hiya. Right, gotta go. School run, no problem, Tammy. Right, so we'll stick all these down and then just stamp and decorate however you want. So the card's done. So yeah, now we just chat and make it look pretty. Yeah, I'm going to bring this up a little bit higher so we see more of the daisies. So I'm going to probably, mine's in line with the bottom of this first frame, which is actually almost still middle of the card. So you have a little bit of green either side. And then this covers the little tabs where you've stuck each frame down as well, so it keeps it all neat. So I'm just looking now, lining it up with the top and bottom of that other one. I think once the thank you, Gail, once the white frames are on as well, I think that's going to really pull it together, and you'll see each layer even better, because at the minute when I look at it on the screen, the frames are kind of getting a little bit lost with like the gaps in between the pattern paper. So I think once the frames are on, the white's on, it will help that. Oh, I've got something very funny to show you all. Once I've done the frames, just remind me if I forget. My parents were having a bit of a sort out in the loft, and my mum pulled out bagfuls of all the love letters from her to my dad when he was away on big deployments in the Navy. And she just, it's really sweet, but she said some of them are in a wooden box, some of them are in bags, and she just said, I just want all of these love letters with me when I get cremated. And she's wrote all this down anyway, so I was like, yeah, no problem. I said, I've got no interest in reading your love letters to Dad, because yeah, you can imagine. And she said, yes, we are only human. So I was like, yeah, that's stuff that can stay locked away. But amongst the letters were also letters from me to my dad. And there's a really funny one, which I'm going to read you a tiny, well, it's only a little letter anyway, but I know some of you will find that really funny. She also had a box full of all of my badges from all my birthdays up to age 10. So I've kept them and put them in my printer's block or printer's tray. I've got like a bit for like all your knickknacks to go in. So I put them in there, along with a couple of other random bits in there as well. But it was just so nice. I was like, I've never even seen these things. And we've also found, well, not found, but my auntie, who has all the photos, my dad's sister, all kind of printed, or she even has the originals as well. She was the only sister, so she took them all when Gran and Grandad died, and she's scanning them all, and she's been sending them to my dad. The most beautiful photos of my granddad, and I've seen photos of my dad's grandparents for the first time ever. It's just been really nice. But there's one of my granddad, looks just like my dad when he's young, jumping through a ring of fire when he was in the Navy, and he was part of the display team. And it is such a fantastic photo. Once we get the proper scanned one, I'm going to put it in a frame in the house, and it's wonderful. And there's a lovely one of my nan, or my gran, my dad's mum, And my dad won't mind me saying this, and I'm going off topic a little bit because I do, but my gran was a very hard woman. She wasn't a hugger. She never had toys out for us when we went to play. She was just a really stiff upper lip, you know, get up, get out, work kind of thing. And just instilled that they're all military. We've got a lot of military in the family. So I never had a real close bond with my gran. So I always saw her as a bit of a battle axe, bit of a, yeah, she, you know, she just was a bit scary. But there's pictures that they found of her, of what we've seen, when she was a young girl and she's laughing, and there's one of her when she lived abroad and she's in this really lovely 50s swimming costume in the sea with her friend, and I've just seen her in a completely different light. So again, I'm going to get them put into frames. So that's like the not scary gran. So yeah, just as a child she was a scary grandmother. But yeah, it is what it is. But she was a lovely lady. She was never cruel or anything like that. She just wasn't really into, when we were kids, she preferred me, she said, when I was older, and we would share a cigarette when I used to smoke, and she said, oh, I much prefer kids when they're older and stuff. She just, yeah, that's just how she was. But anyway, that was my husband's mum. Yeah, photos are the best. I love the action ones, and to have them from that age as well, you know, like my grandparents when they were kids is quite rare, you know, unless you came from a slightly wealthy, not even wealthy, there was, I wouldn't say there's wealth in our families, but you know what I mean, you had to have some kind of money to have photos of your kids in like the 30s or 40s. So, but yeah, nice to have them. Yeah, really nice memories. So when I've got them, I'll share those, because I know some of you would like to see them. But there is the card. How cool does that look? Really, really love it. Definitely go for putting your paper and cutting it separate. Like I said, you'll get the same-ish effect, but you've got to imagine if you just stick the frames on top of your pattern paper, then you're going to see the tabs of each of them. At least this way, you don't see any of that. Beautiful, yeah. I have some of my granddad's photos when he was deployed in India with the RAF. Oh, it's just, they look so great in their uniforms. And my granddad had loads of tattoos as well, which I kind of knew he did, but I don't know, just, I love it. I love all of that. I've got none like that. One nice, one questionable. I think it was just at their time as well. She was, you know, she had 5 children. She was one of, I think, like 15 or something. My granddad, my mum's granddad, or dad, sorry, he was one of 11. My nan was one of 5. And then my gran was one of, like I said, 13 or something. And my granddad was one of, again, like probably 10 or 11. Like, it was, our family is massive. Like, we have a very big family, and it's much, a lot of them were all around London and stuff, like great cousins and things like that. But yeah, right. It does look like a theatre. I thought that as well, Penny, when I first made this one. The sample one, I thought it looked like a theatre or a stage. And you could certainly have thicker bottoms of them, which I think would give it more of a stage look as well. So if you had more of a rectangle that cut like there, but you kept that with more of the cardstock, I think that would give you a really good theatre look as well. Thanks, Simone. Beautiful card, Sam. I'm going to be making this one. She was really strict, my mum. Yeah, my mum always got a bit nervous around her. Oh, they didn't have to, exactly. No, they didn't. I have a lovely photo of my mum. She was a twin. Oh, I'd love to read all the comments, but I'm going to have to crack on. I've got to get some stamping done now. So, we'll emboss the sides. I'll do that. We'll do that in a bit with the embossing folder, but I want to stamp these bits now. We've got plenty of time. And get this all done. I'm just going to, because of the time, this is how cute he is. I think he's gone down because he wants to go up in the chair because the school kids will be coming out, and he watches them walk past the window. So let me just go and sort Monty out so he's not bored for the next hour. 2 secs. Sorry, I just had to put the telly on for him and sort him out. So he's sat in the front now doing his little bit of neighbourhood watch. But he likes watching all the kids walk past the house. Right. Who has made the card? Who has just kind of crafted along with us? Just curious. I don't think I'm going to use the big house because that's going to take up so much space. I'll do these ones. Fire ticket. Just cancel the greed, it was wrong. Yay! Oh, what a relief. That was terrible that they did it in the first place. Absolutely mad. So, I'm glad he got it back. And you've kept it. Oh, good, Linda, I'm pleased. I'm making it, says Denise. Oh, good, good, good. This one. You've nearly done it. Oh, good. There's quite a few of you. Hey, Jeanette. I mentioned you earlier. Did you send me the? I hope your mammogram went well. And by the way, Jeanette did put that on a public thing, so I hope she's okay with me saying that because she did. She actually said something extra, which I won't say, but it did make me smile the way you worded it. But I hope it all went okay. Didn't you send me the chocolate covered custard creams? Because I just ate one, and I've had them. That's the second pack. Someone else brought me some, but didn't you send them to me last year? I'm sure it was you. Yeah, stamping block, I'd be lost without one, to be honest. The normal stamping blocks are fine, but you had to guarantee that you had a really nice juicy ink pad. You know, you always had to keep it kind of re-inked so that you'd get that guaranteed first kind of stamp, because trying to line it up, you know, and I know some companies brought out alignment tools and all that lot, but it was still hard work. Oh, was it you, Jill? Oh, maybe because it is J. Maybe that's why. Jill, well, they are amazing. I said it's my second pack now. I demolished yours, and they're just so good. So there we go. We've all got Jill to blame, guys, because she was the first one that introduced me to them. So don't come at me. Go to Jill. And let's do him. I have 2 gnomes. I'll do a couple more of these. They're so quick and easy to colour in. Do these ones. That one. And don't need that one. Let's do some more of that one. That one. And yeah, that's okay. I can't go to Marks and Spencer's now. I'm still trying to think. Marks and Spencer's have brought something else out, and people have been saying like how amazing it is, and I can't think what it is. It's bugging me. I only saw it the other day on one of my, it's either on TikTok or Instagram or something like that. I have to try and find it. I'm sure I liked it, so I'll have to look back at my activity list, like to see if it bring it up. Oh. Tez, it was you, and I even said, didn't I say that at the start? Oh no, I'm completely, what is wrong with me? No, Jeanette, it was Jeanette who I thought got the custard cream. Sorry, that's it. And it was Tez. Sorry, yeah. I am really messing it all up. Yeah, and that Tez put on the comments. Obviously, I've said it in a slightly more YouTube appropriate way, but yeah. Let's do another one with that one, and I like an odd number of those. I think that'll be enough to decorate it, because I want to do something on each of the layers. It's the problem with me. I'm a bit of a scanner. I see so much activity and I get notified of so much stuff, so I scan through things and I don't always read it fully. So, yeah. I must get better. This is an old one from Creative Stamping. I brought another one. It's still in its packaging in my filing cabinet for the day this breaks, because they went down so cheap when they closed down. We all kind of stocked up on things like this. I think I've got a spare trimmer as well. So I'll probably have these for the rest of my life. Unless they really break, like I drop it or something. So, but hopefully they are here to stay. I will just bring you down a little bit closer. That might be too close. Let's see. That's okay. Maybe a bit closer again. There we go. The nurse checking them thought she was making dough balls. Oh my god. So I'm using the Ohuhu Kala markers, and I will say the colours as I use them. So I'm starting off with the coral red. Let me just grab a little scrap piece. Yeah, so I'm starting off with the coral pink, and then I will go around it with the tomato. It doesn't take long to colour these in. Like I said, I coloured them all already, but I'm going to try and keep those for the YouTube version, so I can just fussy cut them this evening. I'll film that tomorrow after the Peanuts launch. I've got a tutorial going out tomorrow using the new Peanuts, which is a nice card. It's actually Kay's card. Kay knows, because Kay's had a sneak peek, because Kay sent me a lovely birthday card that I was inspired by, so I recreated my version of it. So I sent it to Kay so she could see it. So that goes out tomorrow. And then I've got another Valentine's make for next week. I've got to take Charlie's little advent countdown, drop it round on Saturday, so he's got that to enjoy on Sunday. And then this tutorial as well, and then obviously I've got my launch. So I won't be live next Wednesday, launch on Friday, and I won't be live the Wednesday after, I'm afraid, because I'll be travelling back from Manchester. So I go to Manchester a week Monday to head office. So I will be live. I may try and do a live on the Thursday instead, because it'll be a quiet week for me. So I won't have anything really to do. So I think I'll go live on the Thursday. So not next week, but the week after. Otherwise, that's 2 weeks of no craft alongs, and I like doing these. So yeah, I think it'll be Thursday. Next week, I've just got to get my head down and do the samples. Because this week I had to do all the samples for the made to make and Peanuts. I think I've made, how many cards did I work out? I've done 5, 10, and then 11. Yeah, I think I made 12, and oh no, yeah, 12 cards I've made this week. Should have seen my craft room on Tuesday. It was terrible, so messy. So I had everything pulled out. I was trying to find different things. It was chaos. If I was a male and they did that, I've missed you chatting about other bits. I'll just try and roll 12 cards, yeah. And they weren't just, these are detailed, and me and Lou chatted last night. We both Skyped each other, and I won't go into her stuff because it's all good, but I'll let her, she's going to be sharing it all soon. I would have thought she might already have started to, but she had things to do and make, and obviously I was finishing my my brief, so we chatted a couple of hours last night. It was really nice, and just done some crafting and caught up. But she's all well, which is good. She wants to start getting videos uploaded again and get a bit more like of a routine. She's started doing her pole dancing again now, so she's doing things in the evenings as well. She's quite active and busy. Chocolate cake, lethal. I love that though. Yeah, I need to just get some more chocolates. I've got a few bits for Charlie's little Valentine advent, but I need to get a couple more bits, which I'll do tomorrow afternoon, and then take that over Saturday. It'd be like, what is this? He'd be so excited. In fact, she may hide it from him, not give it to him. I'll message her. She may not want to give it to him until Sunday, because Charlie's one of those little boys, if he knows it's there, he'll ask about it all day, and he'll keep saying things like, so tomorrow I'll get to open that. Tomorrow, yeah? And he'll just go on about it all day. So she probably will want me to put it in a bag and hide it. Yeah, pole dancing. It's a popular form of exercise. She doesn't do it for that way. It's purely for building body strength, and it's fun. I had a go at it, but I bashed my legs all up. You've got to get past the kind of bruising stage. Yeah, it's really good for building up, muscle. And Lou's incredibly fit. She's got a 6-pack and everything. She's always enjoyed the gym and all that lot. She'd quite often be like eating something healthy on our lunch breaks, and I'd be like stuffing my face with a Subway takeaway or something. A lot of my friends do it for strength. Yeah, the same. And I think when it first came to the kind of the market, it was, I think people just thought of it as for that kind of the sexual way, but it's not at all. That would be me, yeah. So I'll leave those ones out. Then I use the primary yellow. Yeah, primary yellow for all the middles of the daisies. And then I go in with the marigold. And just do a little bit on the bottom, just to add a bit of shadow. I can hear all the kids coming out now. Literally, because he's so black, you can't see Monty in the window when you leave unless you look really closely. Because I said to my parents, because now they're both getting their bus pass, they use the bus a lot. And my dad loves getting on the double decker and sitting at the top, and the double decker goes right past my cottage, so they can see right in. And I said, well, whenever the blinds are up, Monty's sat in the window. But if it was like a cream dog or something, I think the kids would like it because they'd all see him. But he's so cute. He looks like he's at a tennis match because his head's going from like left to right. Ribbon training with 5 cats. Oh, what's this afternoon's name? Hi, Pippa, that's all right. Some even do ribbon training. Is that like the majorettes with the ribbon? Because I used to watch the majorettes do it with the ribbon. Use those two. And a warm, is it the warm grey? Yeah, I use the warm warm grey or the cool grey, just to add a little bit of shading to the white. So I'm just running it just on the edges where the petals overlap each other. It gives you that drop, kind of like shadow. It's not a drop shadow, it's just shadow. Drop shadow is when you go around the outline. It just helps lift the white a bit more. I know most of you know what I'm doing, but there's always new people joining, and they do, you know, ask. I get asked nearly all the time about the colouring. So mine's very basic, but I think it's enough. Once you understand shadows, that can really change your stamped images. It's like if you've got a snowman, I said before, you want to use like a cool blue grey, or like a grey that's got a blue tone to it, and it will give it more of a cold snow look. Okay. Oh, that's okay, Natalie. Is that the Natalie with the Facebook group? Am I talking about the right Natalie? We mentioned it earlier. That because a few people were asking. This is the bud green. I'm going to do this on all of the leaves, all the greenery. Video you posted, Monty not going in the rain for a wee, maybe. How, honestly, Jill, he's like it all the time. The looks he was giving you were hilarious. Then after he'd done it dancing, yeah, I know. And when he does, after he has been, like, obviously I cut the video then, but I was all like, well done, oh, he's so good, and he gets the zoomies, but he's good as gold. He will not go in the house, and even at that point, if he did, I wouldn't mind, because I know he's really holding on, but he will wait and wait and wait. And I'm talking to him going, Monty, it's just a bit of rain. You're going to be okay. You can dry off after. No. But it's a common trait with sausage dogs. They hate the water. Not all of them, but most sausage dogs do not like water. So, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was Nat. Yeah, we would just mention it earlier because a few people were saying about when they've missed out on products, or new people that are finding MTS and wanting certain things. So we just mentioned the group. So you might get some new people joining. If I had more time, I'd go and do different colour greens on the different, you know, flowers and leaves and stuff, but we just do them all the same. They still look nice. On the grass, you'll see the little tips of this. I'll stick it just behind, I think, the big frame on the card. Have you finished your... No. No, I reckon I've got about another year and a half of work. It's because I'm funding it all myself, and I'm not that there's anything against that, but I'm not getting into any debt with it. So right now I'm saving for a new roof, drainage to go in the garden, and then obviously just each month doing more bits and bobs. Plus I'm only really working on it one day a week, which is a Sunday, because I don't want to just be doing, obviously I'm working, but I don't want to be spending every weekend just doing tons of DIY. And we haven't got back into it since after Christmas really yet, so we do need to. I think Dad's coming over this Sunday and we're going to get the rest of the, just a few bits of the trims and stuff in the hallway, landing here, and then start on the stairs and the hall, getting that all done. And then get a carpet, first carpet to be laid since I've got the keys. But no, still got loads to do. We had one that hadn't the wind. He could hear it, but no, where it was coming from. Oh yeah, we've got loads of bad weather at the moment. I think it's just rain every day for like the next couple of weeks. It's quite depressing. But the last storm really battered the south coast. Poor Teignmouth, Dawlish got absolutely battered. This is vivid green. Forgot to mention this colour. I think it's all lovely living down by the coast, but when you get your bad weather, if it's on your coastline, it's the worst thing ever. And all our little islands around us as well, they get absolutely battered. So it isn't good. What colour shall I do? I think I'm going to do yellow for these as well. I'm going to bring in the lemon yellow. So we'll do the primary yellow with the lemon yellow for the tulips. Just keep those kind of colours. So I was going to add pinks and stuff, but I think I'm going to stick with the green, red and yellow because it all ties in nicely with the paper. Oh, have I used, oh no, primary, that's not. Oh, gone right over the lines there. It's because I've done that at a funny angle. The flooding in Somerset, yeah, it's just bad, isn't it? So sad. People's livelihoods just stripped away. I mean, I must admit, when we get the strong winds, I do wonder if my roof will still be attached. I mean, in some ways, if the roof went, at least then that way I could claim for it on my insurance. Because it's insured for the storms. But yeah, I don't really want to wish my roof to come off that way, but it would save me a bit of money. Wow, my premiums would go up, but they call me mellow yellow. Sam, if you can say what is the Made to Make second kits theme, please. It's already on the website. If you go to the sign up, you'll see a picture of the next box. So if you want to not have a surprise, then you can see it. Because we have to publicise it for those that sign up. But if you want a secret and surprise, then don't go over there. But I don't need the blue yet. I want to do the stem colour. And on the west coast, flooding was on the east and southeast. I'm still cutting up the trees that fell from the last storm. It's the thing, we go from one storm to the next one. We've had 3 already this year. This is the cream colour. It's just called cream colour. I'm going to do them red as well. Might do these a little bit orangey yellow, those ones actually. Is from Blackpool, lives with me in Kent. The wind, let alone the rain. There gets last year. Teignmouth lost its little pier, which was sad. Just train tracks, everything's all just been absolutely battered. light grey orange, so that's not a bad one for the real shadow. I might use that one. I think that's the one I use. Buttercup yellow. To have a little bit of shadow. I'll blend that in. I didn't do that one. I'll just go back around, just blend that a little bit. Still keeping it kind of light in the middle. Cute. I won't use that one. And then I'll do those again. No, I'll do a little bit. Where's that orangey? Mid-orange. Yeah, I'm going to use that for these. With a bit of a darker orangey red around them, just to change them a little bit from the rest. That's mid-orange, and then this one. Yeah, that's not bad. So this is the French vermilion. They all still work together nicely. Yeah, cute. One more stem. Maybe I've caught that before. Where? No. Oh, do you mean the shading? I haven't done the shading on that one. Okay, well that's out of shot anyway, it's that one in the corner. But I think that's all them. Now it's just me little, let's do the same little daisy colour. What colour should we do her hat? Should we do it this orangey colour or red? He can be one obscure colour. I think we'll do him blue. What colour should we do her jacket? I'll do her hair brown while you guys are deciding. I'll go a little darker in a minute. Orange, orange, orange. I'll do the orange then. Just want to stick with the colours that are on here, but we'll throw in a bit of blue because we've got the blue there for the sky. We'll do his hat blue. I might do blue bows on her or a blue jacket. So if we do orange, which was mid-orange, wasn't it? And then yeah, the French one. Oh, it must be, yeah, he's done now. What's that, half an hour? 3 o'clock I put him in the window, just over. The kids are all probably gone now. What's that? Let's never fight again. You lot. No, I'm working, Monty. Come on, you know the drill. Stop being demanding. We will play after I've done this. Yeah, if I don't do this, Monty, how do you expect me to keep you? You know, you're accustomed to a certain way now. You're spoiled rotten. I can't keep doing this, treating you like this if I don't do my job. I've not got too much longer to do. Oh, he's got yeah, God forbid he played on his own or something, but he won't do that. Because you have to watch him do everything. Alright, let's do blue. But Mummy, you said after I watched that. Alright, let's do blue coat. Because the orange and blue goes nice together. Little yellow bows. He's huffing now because he wants me to pick him up, even though the ramp is there. No, you got the ramp. Go on. So this is pastel blue with sapphire. My dog Ghost is the same. Honestly, I can hear him now. He's trying to hype himself up. Go on, you can do it. And if I get up and walk in there, he'll go up. Oh, Monty, just do it. I can hear you, you silly thing. Go on. If anyone's got headphones on, let me know if you heard any of that. It's a ramp designed for small dogs. It's not like, you know, it's anything. I'm not hurting him. I think he's bloody being mistreated. Some of the ways he is. Every time I go downstairs, my dog wants out to play, even if he's. Oh, you've got to love him. I wouldn't change him. His little character just absolutely. Oh, he's just a little sweetheart. He's a little love. And then which colour? Warm grey, I think it is. Warm grey is what I use. Skin. Do a little grey. She can have a white collar. I'll leave that. And then little grey shoes. And once that's dry, just go back in again, just with the same colour, just on like the bottom of the nose, and just when it dries again, go over it again, and that just on its own will just build up a bit of depth, but it's the same colour, so you don't have to keep changing it. I'm going to do little yellow butterflies, although I'm going to cut her out, so I might cut them separate, and then a little brown on the net, a little wooden net. There we go. And then we'll do him. So again, he can be a blue. And should we do a brown or a grey beard? Back from GP Normed, so having another referral. I need a bit of sanity, guys. So far in 2 weeks we've seen 5 different doctors, all of them are clutch. Oh no. It's just so frustrating, isn't it? Grey, 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 grey. Okay. Grey it is. Again, little brown shoes again. And again, cream. A little bit darker. We do the orange stripe on his hat just to bring in a bit of extra colour on him. I think we're ready to cut them out. Let me just zoom back out. And go. Might not need every single bit, but I've got this already all done for anybody who joined. I've already done all of this for the YouTube version, so I just didn't want to use that and then, you know, thought I'll be prepared, do it before I went live. I'll get the big, I'm going to cut them as I need them because I don't want to sit and cut them all out and waste time then not needing them all. So we'll cut the big toadstool out first and the 2 gnomes and then go from there. What's everyone having for dinner? It's that kind of time, creeping into it anyway. I know some of you might just be getting your breakfast, but us in the UK, we'll be thinking of dinner now. I have got a choice of curry. Actually, I got a choice of 3 things: curry, oven fish and chips, or mac and cheese. Oh, Alison's having a curry. I do like a good curry. I cook a decent curry, and it's by no means authentic you know, for someone who is Indian, and it's their, you know, their culture's dish and stuff. It's not to that level, but it's pretty authentic for someone like me. Sausages and rice. So I want this one underneath, but then overlapping that side. I think that looks very cute. Homemade cottage pie. Yeah, it can't be that as nice. Someone trying to tell me I have too many paper pads. Let's get rid of that. Chicken Rogan Josh, nice. Omelette. I'm not a massive fan of omelette. I think it's because my dad used to always cook a frittata, and I couldn't get on with it. Got him fed and settled in the chair. Blooming good job. I retired last year. Oh, bless you. That's our first toadstool. Then we'll have, get these two. Got to get the main characters in, and plus I want to do one of them on a little spring. And one thing I've started doing, which I saw someone do, and they were told from their Indian friend, is garam masala, the spice, is what is put as the finishing kind of touch to a curry, and you just sprinkle it on top of the curry when it's all cooked and just leave it. And I did it, and it made such a difference. It was so delicious. So rather than actually, I know you can do that as well, but you know, if you've got that spice, rather than mixing it in and using it that way, add it at the very end. Just sprinkle it on top, like you were adding, you know, ice and sugar to a cake or something. I don't know. Just literally sprinkle it on the top and just leave it, and it will just, yeah, do its thing. It's lovely. Just adding a little curve to them because they're kind of going to be, you know, on that brow of the frames. Still got the dog's walk and feed. Oh, paper cut. Yeah, not nice. Next door's puppy. It's got such a distinct little bark. I'm going to cut these out and just add the butterflies around her separately. And maybe stick one so it's a little bit 3D on the actual net. I love how you fussy cut them out. So I want her to be a little bit lifted on the little spring at the back. So she'll be there. And then we have to stamp one of the sentiments. Friend like no mother. I think we'll do that one because I always need those kind of just because cards. So I have that, I think, on a little bit of white card. Oh, I haven't done my frames. Oh, I can still do that one because I can just take that off, I think. Oh no, mind you though, I might not be able to do it because it's going to rip, I think. It's not going to be that thick. I might have to do the frames for the YouTube version. You can see how I do them in that. Let's see. If you're cutting them with dies, and it's easy to do your frames, you just cut a rectangle a little bit bigger and then just cut it with the original die. Might do the cluster of the toadstools to the left and then do a few of the giant tulips like around the gnomes. Just thinking back to when I first started card making and googling fussy cutting, I did not have a clue what it meant. Do one there, one there, one there. Do one on each of those. Oh, the other night, I was lying on the sofa, just chilling, and I heard the loudest bagpipes, and I thought, oh my God, it's my neighbour. Maybe she's having, because she's Scottish, maybe she's having a belated Burns Night celebration. So I went outside because it was that loud, and it was across the road from me is the Masons Centre, and the Masons were meeting, and obviously, I don't know, one of them was Scottish, and he was playing the bagpipes outside. And I mean, the neighbours there must have had a right jump because it would have been even louder for them. But my neighbour came out as well, and I said, oh, I thought it was maybe for you. She went, how lovely is this? So I filmed it because he, just as I ran back in to get my phone, he stopped. So then when I came out, I said, oh, I'll do it again. And he literally looked at me and my neighbour and done another song. I mean, I couldn't listen to it for hours. That's no disrespect. It's a wonderful sound, but after after a while, I couldn't listen to it because it's just so loud. But it was wonderful, so nice. I felt like I had my own little private show. And then we cheered him, and he went back in. I love these for fussy cutting as well. You can hold that one, and that could maybe, I won't come out that way. Maybe you can hold that one. These can just be coming out the side. Just roughly placing it just so I know how much to cut out rather than cutting everything. Don't know if you can hear that little bark, that's the puppy. That's so cute. It's good practice cutting out all of the figures. Yeah. I mean, we couldn't have the dies in the kit. It would make it, you know, so expensive, and the whole point of these kits is to make it something that really everyone can get involved with, whether you subscribe for the year or just, you know, one copy. But if you've got a scan and cut, which I know some of you do, then it won't matter at all. Maybe around there. do these. I might not need that one. It's getting there, isn't it? I think what I could do is I could cheat with the white. I could just cut thin strips and just stick them on, because it won't really matter if they overlap in the corners. I think it will look quite good. Mix those in there. Some of these are going to go behind her on the very back, because she's going to get lifted, so I think we'll go with these for the minute, and then I can always cut a couple of other bits once these are all stuck down. Right, we'll stick with these. What I'll try and do is, enough. I could use that card. Right, so we've got all our pieces. If you want to stick a frame, then I'm going to do 3 1/4. Thickness is up to you. 3 1/4. I'm going to cut from this end, so if I get to a quarter there, so now I'm going to bring it, this is how I'm going to, because I can't, you don't get the 1/4 inch on this trimmer, to just make sure they're bang on. I'm going to cut it from this side. So I'm going to do 1/4 inch thick. And then these will be 3 1/4. What were they? Oh, this is a square frame, isn't it? This one, that's fine. Right, see how these look. The ones that are on the top and the bottom, you'll need to put a little curve in. They were from my Advent Gale. And a little glue. Raining again. Yeah, pouring with rain, brilliant. And then I'm just going to stick it along the top. That one on the top and the bottom, and then the other ones I'm just going to stick over it. And it would just look like a little window pane. I actually think the effect will look nice anyway. If you want to go thinner, then you can. If you've got a window die, you could have little actual panes of glass. Oh no, this is going to have to be, I might keep it as it is actually. I was going to say it should have been a bit longer actually. It should be 3 1/2. Then I think that looks quite nice. You're not really going to see it because it's going to get decorated anyway. I'm going to do them all the same so they all look like that, so it looks like it's part of the design and not a mistake, because that's what we do. We incorporate our wrong measurements or little extra score lines or cut lines. Oh, I quite like that. Then the next one will be, where am I, this frame? So 4 3/4, 2 pieces, and then 3 3/4. So 4 3/4. And then 3 3/4. Well, you can cut it again, can't you? Because it's me that's stuck it down. So you don't have to make the mistake. But if you have made a mistake and you don't like it, then you can easily just make it look like a feature. Next Friday, Sandra. It's always the first Friday of the month. I'll trade you rain for 20 inches of snow. I've been seeing some of it on the news. I can't believe it. Yeah, we don't tend to get that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save that one. That's the only thing. I might be able to go under, slide it under it. Just lift that up there, should be able to slide it underneath, and then these will be 6 1/4 and 4 1/4. I've got any spare card? It's sold out, I'm afraid, Linda. It's already sold out. But the details are always below. If you go to my launch video, you'll see the details are all below, and that will take you to the page. But it's already sold out. So you've got to register with your email, and then you'll get the updates of the next release, which will be number 3. Kind of. I've got it down to a few. I need to go back over. It actually looks like you're looking in little windows now, which I think looks quite cute. Oh, if you're subscribed for the year, so you should have it all in emails then. And just click on your links in your email. If you just go to my launch video on YouTube and just follow the link below, it will take you, and you'll be able to have a sneak peek. If you don't want a surprise, you'll be able to see the theme of the next one. Yeah, I think I had about 60 in the end. Okay, that's better. Love it. Right, now we can start sticking all the other bits on. So let's do, he was going to go there. And make sure they don't touch that fold, otherwise they won't open up. And you can hold that one. And now this one, I want to do a little spring. So if you take some of your scratch card and you trim it to 1/2 inch. I'll give you the length in a minute, but you want the width to be 1/2 inch. I think it's going to be by 3. I just want to double check. Oh no, it'll be 4. Yeah. So 1/2 inch by 4. This is just if you want a little spring, and you're going to create a mountain, valley, mountain fold, and then a mountain, valley, mountain fold. You want to have that. I do this all the time. It's just a nice little spring. And then add your glue. And I want it to sit behind us, so I'm going to stick it down that way. I'm going to put it right in the middle. That just will pop up, so she'll be lifted now. You can just use some foam if you want. Oh, but by adding the spring, it will allow the card to still really open up. If you use the foam, it might just stop the sides sticking up, but you can see how much she lifts. So I can still bring this out. So she's also got dimensional now. It's not a link to Made to Make 2. If you just follow the link for the original sign up, that's the sign up page, and then you'll be able to get it. You'll be able to see it. So I kind of like that there. Let's get the other ones. Put that one down there. Make sure they've got room in front of each other. Yeah, that's going to be okay. It's going to have to go actually like that because it can't go up to that fold. That's fine. They don't have to be straight. And then that one A little bit lower. Thank you for adding the score lines. Appreciate it. So a little cluster there. And we'll have a tulip. Maybe down in there actually. It's fitting it all in now. Could have some bits coming down. Let's do another one of these. I will make an envelope after, because again I don't want to go past 4:30. So I want to get this finished and then I'll do the envelope, and you'll see that in the YouTube video, because I'll do one for that card as well. I'm still sticking to my making sure I make envelopes for all the cards that I do. I need to stand it up this way so I can see. Just realised he's a bit crooked. Yeah, he is. What happened to him? He wasn't straight. He's had a few things to drink, I think. So you can't really see that yellow one there. Let's start bringing some bits down from the top. When I hold it up, you'll really be able to see what we've been doing. I say we, because I always feel it's a group effort, even though I'm the one physically putting it together. But you guys all put your input in as well. Let's put, no, they're two the same, whereas that is a bit different. What's this? Issue 2 is awesome. Thank you. Wait till you see issue 3. And issue 4. Issue 4 I've loved. I wish I could show you the samples now, but I can't. Yeah, issue 3's got a really good kind of theme. Issue 4 is just so cute. And once we've got quite a few issues under our belt, we'll be able to start incorporating them together as well, which should be fun. Thank you, Gail. I'm glad you feel you want to spend your hard-earned money on a yearly subscription. My aim is to be solely using MTS, so whether it's a Wednesday live, you know, my Friday lives and stuff, and that's it. Not obviously I still have to do the license promotion because that's my job as well, but I just want to put that one that way. Yeah, let's use the daisies up here. Just need to keep it within that shape because I do want it to go in the envelope. I know, I am almost doing it. I like the peanut stuff. I've got a Care Bears, new Care Bears launch next month, I think. I'm sure it's Care Bears next month, which is sweet. I don't mind them. I think it fits the MTS brand as well because they work really well on my mechanisms as well. So I don't mind it at all. I think we need a yellow or something. We've got some of these leaves. Let's just cut a few of these out because the sentiment's going to go there. Because because I think the kit works really well with the Wednesday craft alongs, and I think that can just, you know, and the Made to Make Facebook group and stuff, we can form a really good community with the mag side of it. I might do this one again here with a few more leaves around it. Oh, I loved Care Bears. Absolutely loved them. It does really well. It's really popular. But yeah, no, I get it. I can see how things like that wouldn't be for everyone. I remember when the Clangers was launched, so many people were like, no. But again, it sold. People liked it. Oh yeah, that was it. I did the Wizard of Oz. That was the other one I was thinking of. I'm sure we've got a new one. I think what other ones I've been sent. Sometimes I get sent them months and months and months in advance, like 8 months, and they go in my filing cabinet. And then I look on the launch plan. I'm like, oh gosh, right, let's dig that out. What have we got here? I've had the Care Bears since probably summer last year. Oh, Paddington was great, wasn't it? Yeah, I might stick that one kind of straight. And then have the leaves coming off the bottom. Make them a little bit more 3D. Scooby-Doo. I don't know if Scooby-Doo's done. Sometimes you can't get licensings for things, like you're restricted. Like they might only give you the license if you guarantee that you do X amount or X with it. So that's why we've got our kind of, I think we've got a really good relationship with the Peanuts license people. Whoever owns Peanuts. We use them obviously in the mags as well, so a lot of the editorial team, they do features with them as well, which is all part of probably the contract. So Calvin and the Who, the Hobbit Hobbs. I've never heard of that, Deb. Never heard of that. Oh, I loved doing the Shaun the Sheep. I loved doing the Chicken Run. There was quite a few of them I enjoyed doing. What else we got here? I think I'm pretty much done. I'll stamp that sentiment and then we'll do another sneak peek. Oh, and I'll show you that little letter as well that I said about earlier, if anybody's interested. So I'll keep all those for the YouTube. I've got plenty. I'll sit down and fussy cut that tonight. I've got all my peanut stuff pretty much ready to go. I can do a little bit of prep in the morning. I'm always up early on the morning of a launch anyway, so. But yeah, 10 AM tomorrow for anybody who's joined a bit later, because I'm launching the Valentine's Peanuts collection. I'm going to do a fun fold card and show you all the collection. Magic Roundabout, yeah, that's nice. Put that one up there. Oh, no. No, I don't like that one there. It was just something to cover that bit. Oh, I could use that last one. Let's just cut this because that could go with. But I love how this has come together. It's such a sweet card. That extra fun fold to it. And I'll add some glaze and bits and bobs like that. I was going to do a grass trim. Again, stuff like that I can always add to the YouTube one, so you might see a few extras added to it. Oh, that's a bit too daisy, a bit too much daisy. Or I could do the toadstool on that front and cover that little bit. It's not that I don't like the corners, but now I've started to cover them all. I think you notice if I'd left them all exposed, then it would look like part of the design, but when you've got the odd one on show, it doesn't look quite right. Don't want it to go over the envelope. No, I'm going to leave it. I think we can get away with it. Could add a little bit of the tulip or something later. I might maybe add that. I don't know. I'll play around with it. Let's stamp the sentiment. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, we did quite a lot of Alice. It was always popular. Always did well. Did you hear? Yes, I was. You might not have been here when I was talking about. Me and Lou were chatting. We had a Skype together last night. We text all the time anyway, but we Skyped last night. Like actually saw each other for a good over 2 hours, and we done a bit of crafting, and she was updating me on everything. Yeah. So I'm really pleased for her. I think she's doing four collections a year. I think she said, because she doesn't want to give up her other job because she loves it. So this is just going to be like a little extra on the side for her. A spot for Colin. Good idea, Alison. You could be right, because he does just appear in the most obscure places. Colin to the rescue, although he's got his friend now as well, so I could have both of them. Oh, thanks, Tez. I'll hold it up all in a minute so you can see all the detail better. Well, at least I've got plenty of bits all cut out anyway, because I'm not going to need all that, am I? But I will sit and fussy cut all of that and just put it all in a tray, and then I've got it for future videos and lives that we do. I do try to do everything with you, but obviously sometimes it does take quite a while. I'll have to go just cut some of this off. I didn't think about that. Don't want it sticking to the card. Some of the foam pads are not that sticky, so you can easily just rub them off, but others are so sticky they stick to my nails and everything. Oh, I did the wrong end. Oh, for crump. No, I'm not going to swear. Do I do it from the bottom then? No, we've got to do it from the top, and we're around. I have to take this all off. Start again, Sam. Because the foam, if anybody's wondering what I'm doing, the foam was overhanging, so it would have stuck to the bottom of the card. And we don't want that. And these are super sticky, but I want to get them used up. I'm trying to get through stuff, and then I can just order it, rather than sitting on tons of stuff. So I've got so much left over from Craft Stash. Just want to use stuff up. I'm just looking at this middle bit here, making sure it kind of overhangs and it's lined up with the top, so it all fits in the envelope. There we go. Friend like no mother. I'll have my glaze and stuff, but that's, so this is the card for anybody who's not seen it. So it's a slightly different, yeah, fan dome card, fan tunnel card. I don't know. I'm going to go back and see what some of you suggested. That's how it looks. And then it all folds flat. So that will go in your envelope. She's obviously got a little bit of a pop to her as well. You can see all the depth that you get with that. It's so clever. You can really create a cute little scene with it all. Isn't it lovely? Really pleased with that. Love, love, love. Right, so let's do, what time? Perfect time. Right, so last sneak peek. Oh no, because I'll do another one tomorrow. I'll do 2 tomorrow, and then that's the whole collection then been shown. So this is another sneak peek. So bottom left, sorry. There you go. That's all you're seeing. So I think you've got an idea now if you've seen the last 2. So that's your 3 new stamp and die sets. Tomorrow you'll see the mechanism sneak peek and the paper pad sneak peek. And then lastly, this is the little letter. So there was loads of these, and I loved Post and Pat. I think I've mentioned before, me and my dad had matching Post and Pat shirts. There's a cute picture of us in them, but it says to Daddy on a big boat. Obviously this is my mum's writing. She was like, you can't read this one out. I was like, I can. Oh, that was another thing that's in there as well. I'm not going to read all that out, but this is a letter to my mum from my great nan. So it's from her nan, so this is my great nan, on the birth of me. So dear Julie, something, this little note I've done, I think it was I've wrote this little note for you regarding Samantha's birthday. I don't think I'm crazy in sending the little balloon, but when I brought the card, this was attached. Anyway, she goes on, but yeah, so that's 44 years old, because it was my first birthday, and it was where she used to live, Stokes Heath Close, Lee Park. So that's very cute and just old. I'm going to give this all back to my mum because she's got them all together. But this letter here, so my mum wrote this on behalf of me to Dad. My dear Daddy, today is Daddy's day. I wish you were here. I wish you were home so I can give you a big hug and a kiss. I've been a bit naughty today. I spilt milk all on the floor because I could not wait for Mummy to get it because I was thirsty and Mummy smacked me. And she said, wait till your daddy's home. He will smack you too. But I know you won't because you love me. I've seen a nice Dolly's pushchair in the shops, but Mummy won't buy it. Maybe if I creep around you when you come home, I may have it. Yes? Question mark. Well, it's time for me to go to bed now. Night, night, Daddy. Happy Daddy's Day. Love and miss you lots. Samantha, kiss. Now, the reason Mum was like, you can't read that, is obviously it's talking about smacking. Well, I'm from a generation where we got smacked. It never did me any harm, but I'm against it now. And I think there's proven ways to discipline your children without having to, physically hurt them. But yeah. How funny is that? And there's loads of others, there's tons. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how, it must have been probably 2 or 3. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get smacked a lot, and I can remember pretty much the smacks I got because I never did it again. So, but anyway, I thought I'd end the live on that funny little letter. So any other bits I find, like I said, once I get the pictures of my granddad and my nan, I'll share those because they are lovely, and I think those of you that just appreciate old photos, black and white pictures and just history and stuff, you'll like them as well. So yeah, lots of us were like I said, me and my sister were probably, I think it started easing, I think, through like the late 90s into the 2000s, and it's, well, I don't think anybody admits if they still do it now because it's not needed, but anyway. So I'm going to go now, guys, and check on my grumpy dog because I think he's just miserable that he's been forgotten. Now I know. But we say it didn't do us any harm, but I think there's probably a subconscious effect mentally. I do believe that. although we're completely fine, maybe for those that were maybe smacked a lot, I think there would have been some kind of lasting fear, or I don't know, but yeah, we don't need to be doing it anymore, that's for sure. Charlie is a pain in the backside sometimes, but he has never been smacked, and he is turning into a beautiful boy. So, oh, Bio, loudly please don't hit me like you did last week. God, my dad used to have the shoe, belt, cane. I started school, primary school, when they were stopping the cane in my primary school, and my head teacher remembers. My mum said she remembers the headmaster proudly showing his cane hanging behind his desk, but he was like, we're not allowed to use it anymore, you know. So anyway, right, I'm gonna go, and I will see you all tomorrow, those of you that can join at 10 a.m. here, and I will be launching a beautiful, very sweet Peanuts Valentine's collection and doing a fun full card. So yeah, if you want to join me, come and say hi, and look out for tutorials and stuff. I'll be getting this one up, and then yeah, next week it's launch week, so I'll be getting ready for that. All right, take care everybody. Thank you for joining as always, and I will see you tomorrow.